it's Kimmy the Gadget Goddess, and today I have a smartwatch that was sent over to me from Nemheng, Nemheng. I was contacted last week by a young lady named Bella from their company, and they asked if I would review their smartwatch. I like smartwatches. I own quite a few. So I was like, okay, let's see what this smartwatch has to offer. This comes in two colors. I opted for white. I'll unbox. I will charge it for 2 hours. I'll come back and sync it. Then I'll let you know how I felt about this watch after some use. For compatibility, you need to be running Android 4.4 or better, iOS 8.0 or better. It is waterproof up to 3 meters. It includes the watch, the strap, and a charging cable and a manual. It's 1.3 inches round. It's 5.1 Bluetooth. So let's get the unboxing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the band on the watch. I'll probably put the screen protector on before I put it on the charger. Put the watch on the charger, and it says to charge it for no less than 2 hours. I'll catch y'all in a little bit. Sorry, I'm in the middle of my setup process, and I had to bring it to your attention that this is Samsung, not Samsung. All right, this is the second watch I've had to do this to ask me my skin tone. I think that's kind of funny too. And we're back. It's been a couple weeks since I first unboxed this wonderful watch from Nemheng. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I wanted to finish up this video. I don't like to do an unboxing and first impressions on a watch. I like to use it for a while so I can say, hey, I like these things, I didn't like these things, rather than you have to come back and watch 3 or 4 videos. This watch was sent out to me, no strings attached. I didn't get paid to review the watch. I'm a smartwatch connoisseur. Never a problem if a company reaches out and wants me to review a device. Usually the problem comes in when it's like the time period. For some reason, I just usually get a lot of things sent out to me at the same time, and then I have these dry spells where I have nothing to review. Let me stop ranting and get back to this and apologize to them. It is Pixel season. I've been working on Pixel videos. I've been following up on Z Fold, Z Flip stuff, and I wanted to get back around to this watch because it has not been a bad watch. If you go back over the past couple weeks, I've been wearing 2 watches. When I wanted to test out the watch sent to me, I said, well, I have a whole nother phone that does not have a watch attached to it. That means I can wear both watches, see where they kind of sit, and see how good the battery life is on this newer watch, because I know the Huawei gets me between 12 and 14 days. So during this time period, the Huawei was paired to the Flip. The Huawei is now paired to the Pixel. This watch, Nemheng, I'll put the spelling for that in here, has been paired to my Z Fold 3 the entire time. I've been wearing 2 watches and getting looked at like I was ridiculous, but I had a purpose behind it. First, let's just say this is a very attractive watch. I have not beat up, damaged, or did anything tremendously bad to this watch within the past couple weeks. Maybe spilled some food on it. The watch came with a screen protector. It did have an initial bubble in it, which disappeared the next day. So you have to stay with it. It's like my hydrogel skin covers. So it'll come on with a couple bubbles and then the next day it's gone. Tons and tons and tons of watch faces. More so than on my Huawei. So I had more of a selection there. I still haven't charged this since I first started using it. But again, I have not used it every day. I would imagine you're getting a week plus life out of this battery though. It tracks sleep, it tracks steps. Heart rate is always being tracked. So tomorrow's gonna be 69 degrees. Well, 68, today was 69. Pause. You pull down and you have options there. You can set an alarm, you can put in do not disturb mode, you can dim the screen, you can do the find my device. I thought that was kind of cute. and it's info button here. It gives you all your software, your device name, your MAC address, and all that good stuff. It's a lot for a watch that does not have an operating system from one of these big wigs. I will leave links in the description for this watch in the UK and for the US, because they were sent to me in the UK and the US, and I do have some people over in the UK. So I showed you everything it does just on the watch itself. Let me show you the app, H-Band. You can go download it, or it's one of these where you scan the QR code, it'll come up for you. Nothing's gonna show for steps and things of that nature. We haven't did any running or anything, but as far as the device goes, the first thing I can say I didn't really care for much on this watch is, although I told you we're still running strong with at least looks like half of my battery there, I don't have a percentage to tell me how much battery life I have left on this watch. But I'd like to know how much battery life I have left. And it could be a me thing, but I never saw anything let me see the percentage that was left on this watch. The app style only has 2 styles, in blue and green. Once I set up the app on this phone, I did have to go back and set up an account. I wanted to be able to have alerts audibly, and it seems like a lot of these watch companies that aren't bigger will only give you access to get vibration alerts. I could also go in and say, hey, I want alerts from Twitter, I want alerts from WhatsApp, I want alerts from Instagram, Snapchat, and then Gmail or whatever. But when you put other apps, anything that wasn't listed was everything. You get your reminder to stand after an hour, you have alarm settings. I had my heart rate alert set just like I do on my Huawei. Any sudden racing of my heart, and it sends me an alert. Turn wrist detection, pair the device, low power mode. It's gonna dim your face and all kinds of other stuff. Your vibrate isn't gonna be as strong. Your screen on time, you can set all the way from 1 to, what was the highest? 30 seconds. 5 was recommended. I did 10. I do 15 on my other watches. Switch setting, the stuff that's on our face here, so that's the switch setting. Take a photo. I thought this was pretty neat. If I pull up my watch here, it'll tell me just to shake and shake the watch to take the picture. I just took 4, shaking my wrist. That's a nice feature to have, and again, all watches aren't doing these kind of things. We have dial settings, and that's when this is your watch dial or your watch face. So it should say face settings, but it says dial settings. You can use a picture, or you can come around and use one of their presets, which is what I did. You come through and there's all kinds of nifty designs. I just happen to like the butterfly. Compared to my Huawei, there's the one I'm using. This has tons more. So yeah, that one's similar to Apple Watch. Oh, look at the panda bear. So if you find one you want, it has to download it, and then you say you want to set it as a watch face, and so then it downloads it directly to the watch face. So it downloaded it to the phone, and as it's doing that, you can see it's uploading it to the watch. Doesn't take but a second. I'm doing this in real time. I didn't speed anything up, and the setting is successful. The pandas are there. So those are your dial faces. I'll leave the pandas on there. Firmware upgrades. I check this periodically. I think I had one upgrade when I first got the watch, and then you can reset everything. Lots and lots of things to go through here. You put a step goal in, you can put a sleep goal in. Lots and lots of settings. So they give you the calories you've burned versus the distance you've gone. This is a good starter watch. You can drop $50 and not feel bad about dropping hundreds of dollars, right? So let's get to the meat and potatoes. When it comes to alerts, Huawei was not flawless. It would miss some alerts, as well as like this one would miss alerts, but then it would work vice versa. So sometimes the Huawei would pick up alerts if this one didn't. Some of that is the phone. So you know how sometimes your phone might miss a YouTube alert. I know YouTube is really bad about sending notifications. It was never a time I looked down and said, oh, my phone has this notification, but it never sent it to my watch. Sometimes I would get buzz alert, because this was alert, and sometimes I would get just alert, and sometimes I would get just buzz. So it made me realize that none of these devices are flawless. They're all gonna miss some types of alerts at some point, but it's typically because of the device and not the watch. Blood pressure reading, because I haven't taken one in a while, and why not, right? (115/75) measurement successful. It says successful. It's gonna log it into the phone app. After you would find yourself getting tons of alerts, and let's say you haven't checked it in a while, like I haven't checked this one, I can scroll up and it would show me all the alerts that I've missed. I got a couple of Instagram messages and alert from Twitter. I could tap those. Once you check them, they will disappear. Let me go through a last little couple specs here. You can control your music from this watch if you're using the default music player that comes with the phone. I use Amazon Music. I'm not finding myself able to control my music from here to the actual device. Plus but a minus, it's not a big deal for me. So I would say after using this watch for a couple of weeks, I could recommend it, not for my hardcore people who live in ecosystems, but for people who are kind of like me who use a little bit of everything. I still am very much in love with my Huawei watch. I wouldn't be opposed to wearing this one if I wanted to go with a look that had the gold. Just for a look, different impression in an environment where I don't need alerts, formal dinner, golden watch. I probably could put a different band on here and it wouldn't look as sporty, but with the gold accents on this band, it doesn't look bad. I'd like to thank you for stopping by the channel and checking out this video on this not so expensive watch from Nemheng. So I'll stick with that. I will leave a link in the description for this watch where you can purchase it here and the UK. It's water resistant, tracks fitness, it does blood pressure. I mean, there's a lot more you could ask for in a watch, but for 50 bucks, you really couldn't ask for much more. As of the making of this video, it is $48.99 in black or white. Now that's subject to change. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have questions about this watch, please let me know. And I hope to catch you on a video in the future. If you like this video, hit the like. If you choose to subscribe because you've enjoyed multiple videos here, feel free to do the same. I will catch you on the next video. Holla!